Dirt Racing 101. What exactly is a late model? If you are new to dirt track racing, you may look at a late model and think, is that supposed to be a race car or a spaceship? The answer is a little bit of both. A dirt late model is a purpose-built race car designed specifically for racing on dirt. While its body may resemble a Chevrolet, Ford, or another familiar car, underneath that body is a highly specialized racing machine. What makes a late model a late model? The engine's super late models are serious horsepower machines. Many use aluminum head engines in the roughly 400 to 430 cubic inch range, producing 800 plus horsepower. For comparison, that is an incredible amount of power in a car weighing only around 350 pounds in World of Outlaws competition. The tires late models use wide racing tires designed to dig into the dirt and generate traction. The driver isn't simply trying to keep the car straight, the goal is often to deliberately get the car sideways while keeping the rear tires hooked up. The body, that familiar-looking body, isn't there just for looks. The shape, nose, roof, rear spoiler, and other aerodynamic features are designed to help generate downforce and control airflow. And unlike a street car, this body is built around the racing chassis rather than an actual production automobile. The chassis and suspension underneath is a tubular racing chassis with specialized suspension components, shocks, springs, and geometry designed specifically for dirt racing. This is where things get really interesting. Teams can tune the car for different track conditions. A setup that works beautifully on a tacky, heavy track might be terrible when the surface becomes dry and slick. Not all late models are the same. You'll hear terms such as super late model, pro late model, limited late model, and crate late model. They can have very different engine and technical rules, so don't assume every late model has 800 horsepower. The biggest misconception, despite the name, a dirt late model isn't simply an old car that has been modified. It is essentially a purpose-built race car wearing the clothes of a production car. And when 800 horsepower meets a dirt track, 4 wide-open tires and a driver willing to hang it out, that is when a late model becomes something special. Where are late models especially popular? The Southeast late models are deeply rooted in the Southeast, particularly Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, and parts of Kentucky and Virginia. Tennessee, in particular, has an unusually rich late model history. The World of Outlaws says it has raced at a dozen Tennessee tracks since 1989. The Midwest, this is another major late model stronghold, including Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Indiana, and Ohio. The World of Outlaws' current track list shows just how widespread late model racing is across these states. Pennsylvania and the Appalachian region late models are also very important in Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio, and surrounding areas. Pennsylvania actually has several tracks appearing on major late model schedules, including Bedford, Marion Center, and Selinsgrove. And there is a good reason this class is so widespread. It is not just a local class. The World of Outlaws late models are scheduled to race at 37 tracks in 19 states during 2026, with approximately $4.09 million in feature purses scheduled for the season. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is also traveling nationally, with its 2026 schedule visiting 26 tracks. And then you have hundreds of regional and weekly late model racers who never travel with the national tours. So, the next time you see a late model sliding sideways through the corner with the tires digging into the dirt, you'll know there's a whole lot more going on than just a fast race car. Late models combine power, technology, skill, and courage in one of the most exciting forms of dirt track racing in America. If this helped you understand late models a little better, subscribe to Dirt Racing Fans 101 and stick with us as we break down the cars, the tracks, the terminology, and everything else a new dirt racing fan needs to know. There's always something new to learn, and we're just getting started.